Process Tempo and Neo4j combine to create a unique and powerful capability that can help overcome the complexity in today's modern supply chains. The combination of the Neo4j graph database, along with the visualization and workflow capabilities of Process Tempo, puts supply chain stakeholders in the driver's seat, allowing them to make faster decisions with timely and contextual information at their fingertips. In this way, we help to make supply chains more transparent, more flexible, and much less complex. In this quick demo, I'm going to walk you through two scenarios where the combination of these technologies help to solve the common challenges that often negatively impact supply chains. Let's start with an example of a product recall. How easy is it for your organization to conduct a thorough product recall? If your supply chain is disconnected, and if your internal systems do not share information, conducting a recall can be a very difficult and error-prone process. Here's a view of some sample product data in the Neo4j graph database. Notice how easy it is to identify the source of a raw material from a supplier, follow it through the manufacturing process, and see how it can be found in a shipment sent to a given customer. Neo4j makes it easy to capture, store, and analyze these relationships. Process Tempo makes it easy to integrate and ingest data into the Neo4j graph database from multiple systems and also present this data in a meaningful way such as this. Here's another sample dashboard that shows current product recalls and where they sit in the recall process. We can see the impact of these recalls at a product or regional level. Now let me show you how I can now initiate a recall. Let's say a supplier of a key ingredient has alerted us to a possible contaminant. I want to immediately identify which of our products have been produced using this lot number and immediately flip the switch to have these products recalled. After filling out the form, I click Submit. Not only is the status now changed to recalled, but a workflow now gets initiated that would alert the right stakeholders to this condition. The recall effort has now been started, and the appropriate people have been notified. This form and dashboard were developed using the Process Tempo dashboard and form builder features. Here's a quick view of what our dashboard builder looks like. Most users comfortable with data can build their own forms and dashboards. In this example, using our dashboard builder, the user selects the data they want, the chart they want, and voila, they now have their very own dashboard. As you can see, this is not a huge development effort, and if you wish to develop your own dashboards and forms to solve your own specific supply chain problems, you now have the platform to do so. Another common scenario that can be difficult to implement in today's complex supply chains is the introduction of new products to new markets. Regulatory restrictions are complex and always changing. It often means this knowledge is kept in documents and spreadsheets. This makes the process of onboarding a new product in a new market very difficult. Sometimes hundreds of hours can be spent on what could be a lost cause. Perhaps it was discovered after great effort that the given product simply cannot be sold in that part of the world. What if we could codify this regulatory information into the graph and enable decision makers to access this data in real time? Imagine the time savings. Here's what this data looks like in Neo4j. Notice how regulations can be tied to products, ingredients, and regions. Now here is the same data represented in Process Tempo as a regulatory master dashboard developed using the Process Tempo dashboard builder. Let's pose a question. Can I sell our cereal brand in the United States? After a few clicks, we find out that we cannot. A bummer, but better to know now rather than later. So how is regulatory data maintained? Well, instead of using spreadsheets, your organization should use Process Tempo and the Process Tempo Form Builder, which allows us to easily create new regulations and store this information directly within the Neo4j graph database. By connecting the dots using Neo4j and Process Tempo, you can now put your supply chain to work for you and overcome common challenges that often steal precious time and resources from you and your team. To learn more about what you have seen here, please visit processtempo.com/supplychain.